I have to say, I've hoped that someday someone would ask me to answer this question of what the theater department at Prospect meant to me. When I look back at my life, and I'm 48 at this point, and I think what were the most important experiences, that is number one. The person I went to in college, that person was radically different and thought about the world in enormously bigger ways than the kid who was trying out for that play sophomore year. I'm a Catholic priest, and I work as a screenwriter in Los Angeles, and you look at those pieces, right? Somebody who speaks in public all the time and is trying to tell stories that speak to people's lives, and really, there's no more important experience that I had.
Being a part of PHS Theater has really brought me out of my comfort zone and taught me to be confident in who I am as a person. I'm thankful for all the opportunities I had. PHS Theater, you raised me up.
I did a lot of activities in high school, but I think the thing that is unique about theater is how much it teaches teamwork. But theater requires everyone to work as one. In this world these days, man, like that's something we really need more of. So it's special. It's really special and it's really important. Prospect Theater, you raise me up.
But that's what Prospect Theater does. It lets the creative be creative. It lets the weird be weird. It lets the different be different. And I really believe that I would not be here today if it wasn't for Jeremy Morton and the Prospect Theater. I really mean that. You cannot put a price on this because Prospect Theater raised me up.
I am so grateful to Prospect Theater because it helped me to, it gave me the confidence and the ability to motivate and to inspire other people. And it taught me that I have a voice and that I have a story to tell and that story is important. Prospect Theater, you raised me up.
Without Prospects Theater, definitely wouldn't be who I am today or where I'm at. I've been all over the country, all over Europe, many stages throughout the world, and Prospects Theater is still home to me. Prospect Theater, you raised me up.
Being in Prospect Theater really taught me how to embrace my quirkiness. You know, I met a lot of people, my peers and faculty members that, you know, really pushed you to be bold and really pushed you to, you know, be who you were and embrace who you were. I'm quirky and I'm fine with that, and it's really thanks to Prospect Theater. Prospect Theater, you raised me up.
Because I got to do a lot of theater in high school, it really ultimately shaped my career path, and now I'm studying musical theater. And if I hadn't had those opportunities in high school, I would have never gone into musical theater, and I would have never had that passion for theater that I am so grateful for. Prospect Theater, you raised me up.
The PHS Theater program started me off with a rich background in theater, which has been very valuable in my life when public speaking and dealing with people, and also working with my hands. Prospect Theater, you raised me up.
I went on to get my undergraduate degree in theater and my MFA in acting. I now have my own film production company, and I'm a professor of cinema at Northwestern University in Qatar. Prospect Theater, you raised me up.
Not only did I learn a lot about theater production and management, but I learned a lot about myself and what direction I wanted to take my life in beyond the walls of the theater. Prospect Theater, you raised me up.
In hindsight, the years I spent performing at Prospect were more than just extracurricular activities that gave me something to do and friends to hang out with. It honestly gave me a huge advantage in the real world in terms of communication skills, relationship building, the ability to digest constructive feedback, and a level of charm and confidence that I will always be proud of. Prospect Theater, you raised me up.
I made some of the craziest, most fun memories that I've ever had. And because of the work that I did on that stage and the way that my friends and teachers pushed me, I have the confidence that I have today that I use in everything I do. So, Prospect Theater, you raised me up.
It was one of the best experiences that I had at high school, if not the best. Prospect Theater, you raised me up.
Being involved in the Prospect Theater program just gave me so much confidence in not only myself as a person, but as a performer, and I wouldn't be the artist that I am today without the help of Prospect Theater. Prospect Theater, you raised me up.
I was unbelievably shy when I entered freshman year, and I think that through those 4 years in Prospect Theater, my confidence grew exponentially. And I owe that all, I think, to the support and dedication of the staff there. They're unbelievable. And they were so committed to making sure that we were just as passionate about the shows and the stories we were sharing as they were.
I learned how important enthusiasm is for whatever you do in life. JMO always has us chant, "Nothing great is ever achieved without enthusiasm." And now I get to tell my students that. I'm a physics teacher, and I tell my students at the beginning of the year that nothing great is ever achieved without enthusiasm. Prospect Theater, you raise me up.
I made some of the best friends I've ever had working in that theater department. Some friends that I still talk to today. I learned a lot. It provided a really wonderful, fun, safe place for all of us where we kind of learned that anything is possible as long as you put your mind to it and you have fun. I continued my love of acting and theater into my adult life. I now live in Los Angeles, where I'm pursuing a career as a stand-up comic and a writer, and all of that was created through the groundwork laid in the theater department at Prospect High School.
Prospect Theater taught me teamwork and dealing with different types of people, to be open and receptive to criticism, and to treat everyone with respect, to be a confident leader, and that there is no such thing as a small role in theater or in life. Prospect Theater, you raise me up.
Prospect Theater was a second home for me. I spent a lot of time there. I have a lot of great memories about that little theater. Met a lot of amazing students and faculty. I made lifelong friends and learned a lot about working with others toward a common goal, teamwork, leadership, skills. I can't say enough good things about it. Prospect Theater, you raise me up.
And I was able to really look at myself and really explore the nuances of my own identity and grow comfortable with the complexity. So, on top of putting on these extraordinary productions, the Prospect Theater Department is really a community that really fosters a sense of self-exploration. And in high school, that's an incredibly important thing to have, especially for students who do struggle with their identities. And so with that, Prospect, you raise me up.
When I think back to my time at Prospect Theater, I think back with such fondness and such happiness and so much appreciation for the things that I gained during my time at Prospect. But I became a physician, and a lot of people probably don't think that being in theater and being a doctor really have much to do with one another, but I can confidently say that I use all of those skills that I gained at Prospect Theater on a daily basis, especially compassion and empathy and sympathy, which is one of the most important parts of my job. And I do think that being a theater kid helps me relate to other people in a more meaningful way. And truly, Prospect Theater, you raise me up.
Prospect's theater department was my home all through high school. I loved it, and I loved being there, and I can truly say, Prospect Theater, you raised me up.
I really can't say that I know what I'd be here today had it not been for theater at Prospect High School. And over all those years and being involved with all those amazing productions with some of the truly most wonderful and genuine human beings that I've ever met in my entire life, truly I was lucky. I was very blessed to be a part of that group, to be a part of that family. So as I look back all these years later, I just want to say thank you. Thank you, Prospect Theater. You raised me up.
And I went off to major in music, and I now work as a professional musician in New York City. I can honestly say that Prospect Theater is not only a place for budding creativity and expression, but also a place where incredible friendships are formed. And I can truly honestly say that I have never performed on a space that has brought me the same growth that the Prospect Theater stage. Prospect Theater, you raise me up.
I know without any doubt in my mind that I would not be who I am doing what I do without the amazing experience that I had at Prospect High School through the theater department. I was really lucky to be a part of some amazing productions at Prospect. And I know that I would not be at NYU without all of that support and guidance. Prospect Theater, you raise me up.
Prospect High School Theater, you raise me up. Or, as Josh Groban would say, Prospect High School Theater, you raise me up. No? All right, I need to keep working on that.